Well, here's our sample test. First question. Write down an expression for the size of the acute angle between the two lines. First up, we need to notice that this line here has a gradient of 1/2. This line has a gradient of 2/5. Since a half is larger than 2/5, the angle between the two lines is 10 to the minus 1 of a half minus 10 to the minus 1 of 2/5. That's part A. For part B, we need to go to CAS to do this. So I'll just flip across to CAS, and in this window here, which I've already got open, you can open up yours by just going to Home and then selecting this. And we get a window in here, a calculator window. Don't use the scratch pad because you can't really work very well freely in there. So we want to use 10 to the minus 1 of a half, and then minus 10 to the minus 1 of 2/5. And we want that in degrees, minutes and seconds, so we go to Window, make sure you're in option 1, and then scroll down to DMS. Select that. Oops. We're not quite outside the bracket, so I have to move that out and put it out here. And so we need DMS. So there we go. We get 4 degrees, 46 minutes to the nearest minute. 49 seconds is closer to a full minute than it is to no minute. So it's 4 degrees and 46 minutes to the nearest minute. So we'll just go back to here and type in our answer. 4 degrees, 46 minutes. And I'll use this. You don't have this particular tool. It's not on the software listings for you to have. You can acquire it, but it costs a lot of money. It's not really worth having. So that's the answer we would supply. The next part is question 2, and here we have to make x the subject. So we've got to solve this expression for x. So we'll just go over to our algebra window and go to algebra, select solve, and what I have to type in there is this thing. Now I don't think I can cut and paste that, so I'll just have to type it in. The first thing was P minus Qx over T plus P equals, then up here Qx minus T over, what was it, P. Now we're solving for x, so we put a comma and then an x. And there is the answer. And so you just, ooh, okay, so it hasn't solved for x. That's odd. Oh, I see why. I forgot to put the equals sign, the times sign in. So we'll just copy and paste that to the next line. Put the times sign in there. And in here. And there it is, the x in terms of the T, P and Q. So it's most important to remember to put the times sign in. So that answer is what we need to transcribe, copy it across into here, this space. I don't think it fits in very easily, but I've just copied it and pasted it there. It doesn't look very pleasant in that format. We might see if we can put it in here and then retype that. X equals So we've got brackets t squared, I think, plus p squared and then t plus p. The whole thing is over q times t plus p. We'll just copy this part. We don't need that any longer. Copy this straight into our Word document. Needless to say, in the test you'll be doing all this by hand. You won't have to worry about typing it up. But there will be the answer. Should have been a p squared there. I'll just put that power 2 in. Now the next problem, question 3, is solving this pair of simultaneous equations. Notice that there are 4 variables in total there, but we're asked to solve for x and y in terms of a and b. So essentially we're thinking of the a and b as constants. So once again we go to our CAS and we go to Menu, Algebra, Solve. And we're going to enter in both equations simultaneously. We can do that in a number of ways. We can go here and we can select, where is it? This option here. So we're going to type in both equations there. It's a times x minus b times y equals a squared. And then in here, it's b times x minus a times y equals b squared. So that's the equation. And then we're asked to solve for x and y. So we just do that, and it produces those results. So I'm just going to cut this on this occasion, cut and paste it, and we'll just copy it across into the Word document, paste it just in here. So we'll go to, oops, it's not the one. We want to get into insert text box. I'll just paste it in there, and that will be what you would write down in the test. So there it is. The next question, the last one, find the coordinates of the point or points of intersection of these two lines. Once again, it's just a case of using CAS to do this. So we just go into a Menu, Algebra, Solve, and then we type in the bracket, and then type in the equation 5x minus 2y equals 4. And the one underneath that was 3x minus y equals 1.5, and then x comma y. Now notice that I didn't type in the time sign myself here. One of these quantities was a number, unlike this back here. I had to type that times sign in there myself, a times x, because these are not both numbers. However, if one of the quantities is a number and the other one is a variable, you only need to type in 5x in succession and the machine will put in the times sign there for you. Back here, it doesn't do that if you don't put the times sign in, because it just reads ax as a variable, as a single variable. Well, here's our answer. Once again, all I need to do to finish this job off is to do a new copy. I'm just going to copy this directly into my Word document. And I'll just paste it down here. Now insert. And there we have it. So those are the answers, and I hope you understood everything there. I'm going to now send you this file that we've just created here as an attachment to your email. So be on the lookout for that in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Maybe a little longer than that. We'll see how it goes.